God put it on my heart. That was my assignment. I didn't know where it was going. And I just so happened to pick up the camera that day to show you guys that, yeah, this is a crazy thing I'm doing, but this is what I feel God put on my heart. As I was breaching confidentiality and putting myself out there in a major way at the risk of my job, I told myself that I wish that I would have had somebody do this for me when I was in this very same position. And ultimately, that last thought was the push that I ended up needing to actually follow through and to tell her.
All right. So you can't beat a divine calling. I wasn't there. I don't know what God said to her. I just know that God clearly gave us instruction about our management, and we need to fear our management and respect them. There's an expression, trembling, like be very submissive to our management. But this is not what this video is about. It's not about judgment on what someone is doing. Here are some clear example of posts that gets you fired. Okay, so, and this is exactly what you can do. Let's talk about it, right? If you insist on posting about your work, let's break it down, all right? Now, the bad day rant. My boss is the worst. My company sucks. You name the company. You can be sure you're going to be fired because there is a disparagement clause in every contract globally, all right? You can post instead that I had a bad day at work and this is what I've learned from it. And that way you still express your feelings, but you have no risk. Now, the number 2 is the office tour, right? Film inside your office, show client and everything on file on the screen. Nah, this is a breach of confidentiality and you definitely get fired. So you can post this instead. Nothing. Guys, leave your workplace alone. Stop filming your office, all right? So if you want to film your desk at home and if you're working from home, fair enough, you can film your desk, right? But I've said leave the workplace alone. Number 3 is the unpopular rant about an industry. For example, you name a company online and you insult them and you say they're scam. That's defamation and it gets you fired, all right? So you can talk about different things that you learn, red flags that you learn about a certain type of company and how people should be aware of it without naming the company or naming the client, all right? So remember those rules that we talk about, things that in the last episode, things that you wouldn't want to say in front of your boss. Don't do it. You can talk about your company online. That's if you want. You just have to be smart about it, all right? So which story did you like the most, the 1 and 2 or 3? Well, I don't know. Next, we are going to break down few suggestions that can happen if you've already posted, all right? I will end this conversation to say that in some part of the world, guys, I don't think you will be able to talk about your boss online. Like the Nigerian, I'm not Nigerian, but they have an expression, they say your oga. Can't talk about your oga online. You know you're going to get in trouble. That's if you want your own issue. Why I'm saying this is that some places have a little more freedom of expression and right, but there could be danger with those places. And some places, obviously, you don't have a lot of freedom. The only danger as well is that you can be suffering and you can be going through hell into your work environment and you won't be able to talk because there's nobody to protect you. The laws of those land don't allow some level of protection. So either way, the need to post or the need to not to post, I think there's different ways of talking about your employment without necessarily putting yourself and your company in a situation that is dangerous. Stay tuned for more stories. Thank you for listening.